Hey guys, it's Nikki, and this is my video for the top 12 challenge in the Face Awards. So the challenge this time was icons. As you can see here, I chose the Beatles for so many reasons, but the main reason I think they're iconic is because they weren't really afraid to push the envelope on the boundaries of music of their time. Similarly, the Face Awards encourages artists to push the boundaries of makeup and take it down a new creative avenue. So besides the Beatles being iconic in general, I really feel like their story fits well with this competition. I really hope you guys enjoy this look, and just remember, this is the challenge that can get me to the top 6, so don't forget to vote 3 times daily per email if you think this is a worthy look. And without further ado, let's get started. As you can see, it is 2:38 in the morning, and I'm ridiculously tired. So I'm starting off with the NYX Suede Lip Liner in Los Angeles, and I'm just using this to sketch out all the faces that are going to be on my chest. This is just a rough sketch, so I'm drawing just the outline of their heads and just the outline of the facial features and any kind of hair that's going on around their heads. Next, I'm using the shadow in Beyond Nude, and I'm just taking this on a super small craft brush, and I'm just deepening up the lines that I drew with the pencil, and also just making them smaller and diffusing them away to create a natural shadow, and creating darker shadows in the creases of the face, namely the crease of the nose and lips. Next, I'm using the Primal Color shadow in Hot Black, and again taking this on the same brush and just deepening up all the shadows on the face that would be the darkest. I'm going in with the NYX lip liner in Nude Pink, and I'm just using this on the lip to add a little bit of a natural pink color. I'm using the NYX Extreme Shine eyeliner in Pure White to add a highlight in the middle of the lips, and I'll be using this later to add the highlight to all the high points of the face. And then back in with the Beyond Nude shadow and the Hot Black shadow, just to create the rest of the depth and dimension of the shadows in the face. And this is where the tiredness really set in. So I just grab a cup of coffee, make sure I energize up, and then just shake it off and keep going. Again, I'm just continuing with the Beyond Nude and Hot Black shadows, just creating all the depth and dimension around the whole face, the edges of the glasses of course, and all the details. With the white eyeliner again, I'm just creating the white rims around the glasses, and this really gives it that reflective feel. So I'm going all around the rims of the glasses and also in the middle of the glass as well, just to again create the reflectiveness. I then took the white eyeliner on the nose just to highlight the high points. And then taking the Beyond Nude on a bigger fluffy brush this time, I'm just creating more of the dimension and depth around the sides of the face. Next, I'm going in with my favorite liquid liner, which is Hella Fine, and I'm using this to outline some of the features like the eyelids and the pupils and under the nose as well. You want to be really sparing when you use a liquid liner on a face because it can create some harsh shadows. Then picking up the liquid liner in white, I'm using this as a reflection on the glasses. Again, this is another product you want to be sparing with on a face as it can create a harsh highlight, but it's great for reflective surfaces like glasses. Back with the Hot Black and this small brush, I'm again just deepening up the shadows. These faces, to make them realistic, is all about building up the highlights and the shadows, so I'm just going back and forth with those. So this is around 4 AM and the delirium is setting in pretty hard. So I'm dancing to some sweet Beatles music and making John Lennon sing his own Beatles song, so that's pretty cool. And then a little bit more dancing just to finish it off, because dancing is always a critical part of any of my tutorials. Anyway, I'm going in with the liquid liner in white for my favorite part of any face. This adds the reflection or the highlight to each pupil, and it really just brings any face to life and is so satisfying. I mean, look at the satisfaction on my face. Then using the lip liner in Nutmeg, this is the last step I'm doing for John at the moment. I'm just filling in the bulk of his hair here, and we'll go back later to finish it off. So for the rest of the Beatles, I didn't want to painfully walk you through each step of every face since it's pretty much the same process that I did on John Lennon. It's basically just using the Beyond Nude shadow and the Hot Black shadow to create the depth and dimension that we did for John, and then also adding the contouring and highlights on each face appropriately. Of course, I used a reference photo when I did this because I don't have their faces memorized, weirdly enough. So I just recommend you use a reference photo for whatever you're trying to do on your chest. And oh my gosh, cramps for days trying to draw with your right hand on your right shoulder. George Harrison was by far the hardest Beatle to draw and the most challenging thing in this whole look. So now that I'm done the faces, I'm going back in with the Los Angeles liner, and I'm just drawing the outline of the yellow submarine behind the faces. I left the hair kind of blank for the most part because I wanted to draw the background before I drew hair on top of it. Then I'm using the jumbo stick pencil in Milk, and I'm just filling in all the white parts of the submarine. So it's just the top half here. Then using the HD finishing powder in translucent, I'm just packing this all over the white we just placed because it is a cream and it will smudge if you don't. Back with one of my fave products, the Vichy Mineral 89, and just putting this all over my face, and if you're not a big dummy like me, you would have put it on before drawing the pipes on your face. I'm using the NYX lip liner in Hot Red and just filling in all the red accents on the yellow submarine. So this little border here, the red windows, the red railing at the top, and also this little window that's on the side. Then moving over to the NYX suede lip liner in Little Denim Dress, I'm just filling in this little accent of the window above the red piece. And then using the shadow in Asphyxiation just to pack it on top so it doesn't get smudged and move around. Then using the liner in Dolly Pink, and I'm just filling in the stripe above the blue in the window here. And holy crap, I'm so tired. And I'm just filling in the accents above that stripe as well. I'm using the eyeshadow in Whipped Cream and packing this all on top of the pink I just placed to make it lighter to match the pink of the yellow submarine. Back in with the Hot Red lip liner, I'm using this to fill out the other accents so it's alternating pink and red. Then using the SFX color in yellow, it wouldn't be the yellow submarine without our yellow color, so I'm just filling in the base, and then I'm just using the Fire palette with that yellow mustard color to set it. Then back in with the Hella Fine, I'm just using this to outline all the details we just drew on for the yellow submarine. As you know, the yellow submarine is cartoony, so this just adds that cartoony effect to it. Using the SFX cream in brown now, I'm just using this to fill in all of the hair for all of the beetles as a base. And if you've been up since 2:30 a.m. and have a magical pair of floating arms that can massage you, I really recommend that you use it during this time because you'll probably really need it. But back to business, just using this cream color again to fill in all the hair for all the beetles. Then going back in with the Primal colors in Hot Black, I'm using this just to add dimension to the hair and make it not look like one big block color. And for some of the beetles with more wavy hair like Lennon, I'm adding it in splotches to give it more of a wavy look. And then back with the pure white pencil, I'm just adding some of the highlights on the hair where the light would naturally hit it and add a reflection. Picking up the SFX in yellow again, I'm moving on to my face, and I'm adding all the yellow coloring to the periscopes that are coming out of the top of the yellow submarine. Then using the liner in Hot Red again to add all the red lenses that are on the ends of each periscope. Back with the white liquid liner, I'm just adding all of the accent white lines around all of the lenses of the periscopes as well. And then of course, as we did on the chest, I'm just adding the Hella Fine liquid liner to outline all of this detail to make it look more cartoony. Back with the suede liner in Los Angeles, I'm using this to create the outline of the Beatles logo that's on my forehead, and then I outline it with the Hella Fine. And then I just filled in the middle of it with the water activated base paint. I wanted to not use something creamy because I didn't want the lettering to smudge around. Then I picked up the micro brow pencil in Ash Brown and used that to fill in my brows. And you'll see here a design on my face that I decided not to keep because I felt like it just kind of clashed with the look, so just pay no mind to it. Next I'm going in with the Fire palette in that mauve color and just taking this on a fluffy brush all in my creases there. And also along my lower lash line. And then with that deeper rust color, I'm blowing out my outer V with that to deepen up the crease. Then I use that greenish gold color just to pack that on my eyelids. Then back with the Hella Fine liner, I'm just using it to create a dramatic Twiggy inspired winged liner. Then with the double stacked mascara, I'm just using that to finish off the eye look, and then using some Wicked Lashes in Risque on top. So I used the Los Angeles liner to create an outline of this peace sign on my arm, and then I just outlined it in the Hella Fine, and picked up the Little Denim Dress liner and filled in the top half of the peace sign. Then use the NYX suede liner in Jet Set to fill in the bottom half, and I just kind of blended the two colors together where they meet in the middle. I picked up the metallic eyeliner in Black Metal to create these U-shapes on my other arm, and this is kind of like a psychedelic inspired design. So I just took this halfway down my arm and then used Little Denim Dress Liner to fill in every other U-shape, and then alternated with the Jet Set color, and I just did that in all of the U-shapes. And this is the time where I decided that the design had to go. I just felt like it didn't fit and kind of clashed with what I was doing, so I wanted the design on my arm to be on my face as well, just to create a more cohesive look. So I won't go too into detail here because I just explained it on my arm, but I'm just taking this all down my forehead and onto my cheeks, and even bringing the design in on my cheekbones as well. And anything you see me do on this side, I also replicated on the other side as well. I wanted to add a little bit more to the peace sign, so I created with the Los Angeles liner this little banner around it, and used a makeup wipe to wipe off where the banner would be in front of the peace sign, and then I just filled it in with the jumbo stick pencil in Milk. Yes, I'm chewing gum in this clip. I didn't think my face was going to be in frame, stupidly enough, so just ignore that. Then I just took the shadow Beyond Nude and filled in where the banner would be behind the peace sign to give it a shadow, and I also used that same shadow just to fill in some shading on the front parts of the banner as well. Then for some added beatliness, I felt like I need some lyrics on my body as well, so I just wrote out with the Hella Fine, "All You Need Is Love" on the banner. I also went over the lettering with the primal colors in Hot Black, just to bolden it. So that is it, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this look. I of course put a lot of time and effort into it, especially with those faces, and I'm pretty proud with the outcome, and I hope you guys are too. And I hope you just enjoy my interpretation of the challenge. You guys get 4 icons for 1 challenge, so it's a bargain. Also, don't forget this is the last round before going to Los Angeles, so if you think this is a worthy look, don't forget to vote 3 times a day per email to get me there, guys. I of course couldn't be in this stage of the competition without you guys, and can't move on to the next one without you as well, so let's do this! Let's get to the next round. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.